As a young schoolboy, Stephen Cheever knew what it meant to be responsible. Even as a kindergartner, he won an award for citizenship. Stephen continued to demonstrate high standards for personal conduct and support of others. At age 17, Stephen enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. The Santiam Canyon resident rose to the rank of sergeant in his 4-year career with the Marines. Stephen's life was defined by selflessness, commitment, and sacrifice. Those qualities were in full display on May 15, 2008, when Stephen put his life on the line to rescue a helpless woman in the raging waters of the Little North Fork River.
On May 15, 2008, my brother and 2 of his friends went to the North Fork River. My brother and his friends were not there to swim. In fact, Stephen had even told his friends that he knew that the water was too dangerous to go swimming in.
When my son and his friends got to the North Fork, they saw that there were others that were there. There was a young lady that was there with a group of friends. She had been drinking. She was standing close to the edge of the river. At that particular spot, there were small cliffs. She was standing very close to the edge. My son viewed it as a dangerous situation. He approached the young lady and attempted to coax her away from the edge of the rocks. Unfortunately, she slipped off the rock and fell into the water. Because the snow's coming off of the mountains, the water levels were extremely high. The water currents were extremely rough. There were debris and there were logs in the water, and this young lady was not able to get out. She submerged completely under the water, and it was at that point that Stephen dove off of the top of the cliff and attempted to get her out. He had to go beneath the surface of the water, and he connected with her. She was at that point where she could not breathe. She later recalled that her recollection was that my son came up from beneath her, lifted her up, and said to her, "I will get you out of here, I promise." Without his help, she knew she would not be alive. My son was trained in swimming rescue through the military. In his boot camp, part of the training is that they load you up with heavy backpacks and you're submerged into the water and you have to survive. One thing that you cannot train for when it comes to water rescue is the water temperature. You cannot train for the cold. It was in fact the water temperature that took his life. Although Stephen knew the risks and had the training, and I'm sure felt confident that he could save a life, the risk was great. But that's the kind of person Stephen was.